What's the plan then?
We're going to the Winchester.
The pub.
Yeah, boy!
Hey everybody, oh my word, wow, that camera's bright. Let's sort that camera out. How are we all? There we go. How is everybody doing? Are we all okay? Hey Avian, hey Whiskey, how are you? There we go. We've got. Do you want to know something really funny? I'll tell you something really funny in a little bit. But yeah, how is everybody? I'm just finishing my lunch. Just finished my lunch up. How are you two? How are you two today?
Probability factor of 1 to 1. We have normality. I repeat, we have normality. Anything you still can't cope with is therefore your own problem.
Teeny tiny! Is my black recipe on the tubes? No, not yet. I've got one video that I need to record because I've got a turntable. I grabbed a turntable off YouTube the other day. So I've got a turntable and I want to put a handful of these on the turntable for the end of the video. I'm really trying hard with the video. There's still no Rude Alert. Rude Alert has been saved. I've just not uploaded it yet. There will be there. Best return on points spent. I will get it up. I have saved it off YouTube, so it has been recorded off YouTube. Yeah, black recipe will be on YouTube. I'm gonna try and get it on over the weekend, and then also Warhammer Merch are sending me the Raven Guard stuff, so I'm going to include their notebook in it as well, with me scribbling down all the recipe stuff in the book as well. But I have mixed up the shadow and the highlight colour. So that's my shadow and highlight colour, and then that's the mid-tone. So I have got those all mixed up. It's basically Dark Reaper and black. Oh shit. Dark Reaper and black, and then Dark Reaper and pale grey blue, just to with a touch of white as well, just to desaturate it a fraction. So that's my highlight colours and stuff. Meaning I got so much back in entertainment value. Oh, okay. In terms of teasing me to try and get it on. I know, I'm trying. You guys would not believe how much stuff I've tried to get done. Anyway, yeah. Do you want to see something really funny? You can see the hint of something really funny down here, just the tip of it. But yeah, we've got. Oh, I've also check this out. Precisely, check this out. Found the head. So that's Corax's head. Right now, the studs on his forehead need to be shaved off, don't they? Because Primarchs wouldn't have studs. Studs are like a lieutenant mark or a lieutenant mark or a captain mark or something, aren't they? So I definitely need to very, very carefully remove the studs. But that is a pretty good, and it's got an ear on this side. It hasn't got an ear on that side. It's got the headphone on that side, but it's got an ear on that side, which is perfect. And then I'll sculpt some hair on it after that. Not a fan of the OG flowing locks. No, I'm not a fan of the terrible hair and the really thin face. A bit of green stuff. Oh, for the hair, yes, yeah. Well, it won't be green stuff, but yes. Well, it probably won't be green stuff. I'll see. It'll either be green stuff or it'll be the Tamiya stuff. I'll see, because you can tear green stuff quite well for hair. So, just some options. Anyway, yeah, sculpting. I'm going to sculpt some hair on him. So at least he has some. So at least he has some hair, because he definitely needs some hair, doesn't he? But that's I think that's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good head. Can we just confirm that I need to remove those studs though? Those studs are not a. They're not a thing, are they, on Primarchs? But that's also really, really good that we know that we can use Space Marine heads on Primarchs. It's perfect scale. I should have been playing with green stuff. A mix of green stuff and milliput. No, I won't do green put. It won't be green put. Green put's for. I use green put for flat surfaces. Veteran status, that's the one. So he's only been a Marine for 20 years. That head. Interesting. I also found a head for that guy as well. Which I think is fantastic. And I will, again, I'll sculpt some really simple hair on that. Now, the Raven Guard in Horus Heresy in the 30k don't seem to have the long hair quite as much. They seem to have, let me pull this back a fraction. There we go. Get these out of the way so I'm not spoiling the silliness. The Raven Guard in 40k seem to just have like long slicked back hair rather than long flowing hair. So I'm going to do that a little bit. Like the Cades next head, which I've lost actually. I don't know where his head is. It's bounced around somewhere because it's only a tiny little head. It's bounced off somewhere, and I can't seem to find it. So I'll have to track down that Cades next head. Yeah, Cades next head is just like slicked back hair, which should be really, really interesting, really easy to paint as well. Took a few classes to forget her conventions. Should have been playing with it since. Nice. But yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think he looks badass, and I've given him. He's got some of the tiles from Corax's base, and then a large tactical rock over there. So he's going to look amazing, and I think I'm going to give him a jump pack. Now I have found a 3D print of a jump pack. Wait till you see this. This is cool. Wait till you see this. Look at this. How cool is that? So I'm going to give him that jump pack because it's kind of like the Dark Fury ones, because the Dark Fury ones have got those beaks, haven't they? But they're only a single beak, whereas that's like a double one, which is really cool. So that should fit on a Praetor scale really well. Actually, that should be quite cool. Yeah, that's my plan for the jump pack for him. So that should be great. Hey Slath, how you doing? Which model is it? So this is the Legion Praetor. It's the one with he normally has the big axe. So oh god, hang on. I need to. Let's just move I'll move all of these out of the way. I'm going to show you these models in a little while, but they are funny, and you're going to laugh at me, guaranteed. But just for the moment, I just want to, because I repositioned this for when I was painting the commission yesterday, that I couldn't show you. There we go. So I replayed around with the angle. So yeah, this is the Legion Praetor with the big double-handed axe, and then compared to the other Legion Praetor who's got the Volkite and the huge broadsword. Yeah, those packs will double well for your Night Lords. Yeah, well, the Night Lords, I think I'm going to use the Mark II for the Night Lords, because I think the Night Lords are really cool, aren't they? The Night Lords, the Mark II ones with the rotators, the jet engines kind of thing. But yeah, I think they are actually Raptor jetpacks. I think they're actually Raptor jetpacks, but they haven't got a lot of insignia on them, so they'll work really well with. I think they'll work really well with him, particularly because I want a slightly different jump pack. Where's the jump pack? I've got the Mark 6s. Oh, don't drop that head. I've got the Mark 6s in here. There we go. So I've got a Mark 6. So I was just looking for Cadiz' head and was just wondering if Cadiz' head was in there. So yeah, I've got a Mark 6, but it's tiny. It's tiny, isn't it? So if I print one of those, and if it's the same size as this, just scale it up like 5% just to make it a fraction bigger, and then it will fit and suit this guy a bit more. And as such, I'm really liking him now. As soon as I put that head on, I was like, yeah, he's badass. He ain't taking any prisoners, is he? So he's really cool. Now the only other thing is, do you use his head on Corax and then just sculpt hair, because he doesn't have the he just looks a little bit more angry. He doesn't have the studs, so you don't have to worry about removing his studs. So do you use his head? I think his head is actually better. He's got a bit more of a kind of an angular nose, so I'm going to stick with that guy. I think that guy's really cool. That head's perfect, I think, for Corax. So we'll just sculpt some hair, and then this guy, once we've sculpted some hair on him, that guy can sit in there as well, and he can just look badass there like that. Oh, those are some nice recreations of the Raptor packs from the OOs. Oh, so they are Raptor packs. That's what I thought it would work with Night Lords Raptor jump packs. Nice. Yeah, I don't want to use 3D prints too much, because I do want to email the Warcom people. So when I do stuff for the articles, I want to email the Warcom people and see if they are interested in a feature. So I want to see if they want to do a photo shoot with the Raven Guard army once it's finished. So I don't want to do too much 3D printing. So I think this guy's pretty cool. Right, now, yeah, do you want to see something funny? So I've got Raven Guard, I've got Night Lords, and I've been kind of allocating all the kits I've got between those two legions. So I've obviously got an absolute shit ton of Mark 6. So pretty much all the Mark 6 have gone to the Raven Guard. I've got another box of Mark 6, so I've got like 80 Marines, which is fine. And then I've got loads of Mark 3, because they sent the Mark 3 box when the Mark 3 box came out. So I'm going to get a box of Mark 2, and then combine that with the Mark 3s, and then put all sorts of different helmets on them for the Night Lords. So the Night Lords are going to be those two, because I've got the Night Lords Terminators as well. So I got the Night Lords Terminators for the Night Lords, and they just look badass. I've got to sculpt some more of the rocks. Now I've got better at sculpting rocks. I'm going to sculpt some more rocks to have them on, so that they're just a little bit taller, so that they look a bit more like this guy, just like give them a little bit more height. And the same with Katie's necks as well. Katie's necks just looks badass like that. So we've been sculpting some rocks. So I've been allocating all the kits I've got between those two legions, and then last night I was like, well, let's just go through and find all the stuff that I've got. Let's just go and find everything. How many Marines do you have between your Raven Guard and your Night Lords? Just basic Marines. So I've got 60 Marines from the Age of Darkness box that Games Workshop sent me. So that's where these guys are from. So I've been doing all the Raven Guard. The tutorial will be up on YouTube for these pretty soon. Just for the basic tactical squads. So I've got 60 of them. I then bought another. I bought another 20, and then I got sent. I swapped and did a little bit of a swap, and I got another 10. So then I've got 90, and I've got 20 assault marines. So I've got 110 Raven Guard, 110 Raven Guard infantry, which is perfect because I want the Raven Guard to be more infantry heavy. And then the Night Lords, I think I've got 30 Mark III, and then I will grab a box of Mark II. To kind of mix in with the Night Lords because I want them to be a little bit more mismatch. And then in terms of tanks, I've got a Kratos, I've got a Spartan, I've got 2 Land Raiders, I've got 4 Predators, I've got a Rhino, I've got a Vindicator, I've got a Sakaran Tank Hunter, I've got a Spartan Vindicator big thing, I don't know what it's called, and then I've got 2 Leviathans, 3 Contemptors, 1 Night Lords, 2 Raven Guard, 1 Deredeo. I'm tempted to get another Contemptor so that I can make like a not quite so marked up Raven Guard Contemptor and use that and paint that up as a Deliverer one. And then Games Workshop sent me the Saturnine. Oh, where have they gone? Oh, they're in the box. They're in the box. Games Workshop sent me the Saturnine Terminators, which I painted up as the Deliverers, which you should have seen on the Warcom successor chapters. What successor chapters? I'm not doing any successor chapters, no. So rough count, is that about 140 in total? What, between both of them? No, it's more than that. It's 100 and... Oh, maybe it is 140. I think it's 160. But something like that. Sabres, that is normal. Wait, what? Dom, you're confusing me. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you having a conversation with somebody else? Successor chapters, Sabres, that is normal. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the stuff that Games Workshop have sent. That I've been kind of working through, and I've done like tutorials on YouTube for most of it, and then I've just kind of like consolidated everything. Anyway, getting back, I got an idea, and you will hate me for it, for the Raven Guard Sabres. What are Sabres? What are Sabres? Sabres are the fast attack tank hunter, perfect for Raven Guard. Oh, let's go and have a look at Sabres. What are Sabres? What are Sabres? Horus Heresy, Loyalists, Raven Guard. Are they the tiny tanks? Are they the little tanks? Because I wanted a Sakaran because they're fast, aren't they? But so the Raven Guard have a Land Raider for the Deliverers, and then I've got 2 Predators for the Raven Guard at the moment, and that's it. Where are the Sabres? Are they the little? Are they the little? Yeah, like little ones, like this size. Where are they? That. Yes. Space Marine Legion Sabre Strike Tank. So how big is this? That's cool. I'll have one of them. They're awesome. Now recall back in the age of Rogue Trader. Main gouge is a common practice. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah. Sold. I'll have some of them. That sounds awesome. I'll get some of them. Do you only get one? One for 62 quid? Yeah, they're cool. So in White Dwarf they did some kit bashers, smaller than the Rhino. Yeah, they're awesome. I like them. I get the idea that they're kind of like, because they're not manned, are they? Or are they manned? Are they manned? Or it looked like they might be manned actually. I thought these were like mech controlled. Have you not met Games Workshop prices before? I have, yes. I might have mistaken them for Land Raiders. What, these? No, these are teeny tiny. These are teeny tiny. Yeah, okay, they're cool. They're cool. They're cool. I liking them. Yeah, I like them. They're awesome. Better proof of the machine spirit. Better proof of the machine. Better proof of the machine spirit. The Whirlwind via square bases. The Spartan Rhino chassis, OG Land Raider treads, and the Sabre. The Whirlwind via. Wait, what? Sabres are similar to the Vindicator kit bash, but smaller barrel. There's a Vindicator kit bash. Hey, Purples, how you doing?
A, B, C, D, E, fuck you.
Yeah. Work is annoying. Oh no, Purples! Well, come and hang out in here anyway. Do you want to see something funny? I was just about to explain something funny, Purples. Do you want to hear something funny? Yeah, I've worked through. I've allocated everything, so I've got loads and loads of Raven Guard. I've got a fair amount of Night Lords. The Night Lords I was going to do a bit more vehicle orientated, so there wasn't going to be quite so much infantry. Yeah, I was going through everything. Oh, and you guys haven't seen this guy either. So I've put some shoulder pads on this guy as well. So he's got some proper shoulder pads now as well. So he's all ready to go. The OG Whirlwind was made from a Rhino, and the missile launcher was made from excess Rhino front and a large square base, round pegs on the underside representing. Oh right. Oh, you mean the original? Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So this guy. So I've ordered some disintegrators. So I've got some Mark 6 bodies, which will be. And I checked on Blue Sky because I don't have the books yet. I still need to pick up the books. But I was checking on Blue Sky. I was trying to find out what unit I could do that would have disintegrators, because this guy's got a disintegrator, and you can't like not have this guy. Hey Dom, thank you for the follow, dude. I can't not have this guy in the Raven Guard because he's like the most Raven Guard ever, right? So he's really Raven Guardy. So I got him, and then I was going to have. I was like, well, I need a unit for him to go in, and I don't know what the new rules are because I haven't got the new books. Disintegrators. I was like, what unit can have disintegrators? And I think it was Veteran Tactical Squad or something. Anyway, I asked on Blue Sky, and somebody said yes, it's the Veteran Tactical Squad. So he's going to be part of a Veteran Tactical Squad, a 5-man Veteran Tactical Squad, and the more interesting, shall we say, the more interesting in inverted commas units are where we're going to start veering away from this kind of generic tactical squad all black. The veterans, we're starting to bring some interesting shoulder pads in. Then we're going to do some different colours. The assault marines are going to have white arms and things like that. So this is going to be a veteran tactical squad. I think that's right. And then we're going to have all disintegrators. We've already got the tactical support squad, which we've got the Volkite, which look really cool. Anyway, to get into the funny story before Purples has to go. Getting to the funny story. Purples, I was going through and I was allocating everything. So like I've been going through like, right, get all the Mark 6s together because they're all going to go for the Raven Guard. Blah, 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 blah. Mark 3s are going to go with the Night Lords. I'm going to get a box of Mark 2s to go with the Night Lords as well. Anyway, I was going through and I might have found something. And you know, everybody knows how my projects snowball a little bit as a whole. This isn't going to snowball because I'm dead excited. I'm dead excited to paint all of this, and honestly the army looks amazing because I've got so much painted for it. It's going to look amazing. So we're going to do things like this on YouTube and things like that. So it's going to be great. However, However, try not to laugh. Try not to laugh, okay? Try not to laugh. You're not allowed to laugh. I found some Dark Angels I've got. I found some Dark Angels I've got. I found some Dark Angels. So I've got two of the I don't know what these are. I don't know whether these are Praetors or whatever, but I've got two of these characters, and then I've got a unit of these. I've got a unit of the Cataphractii Knights with the really cool badass like wrist-mounted power knife thing that they've got. And then I've also got unbuilt. I've also got the other special unit with the big double-handed broadswords. So yeah. Magnetizing the arms for an Archon. So you're not debating whether you should magnetize. You're debating whether you should tell me to magnetize the arms for the Archon, aren't you? That's what you're telling. There's generally only one loadout for the Archon. There's generally only one loadout for the Archon. So things like Archons you tend to have to WYSIWYG, because like you can have like a although to be fair, you're only going to be able to have the things that are on that. So you're going to have the Soul Trap because the Soul Trap's going to be cool. And then you'll probably just have a blast pistol, like whatever. So yeah. Anyway, I'm because I've got a little bit better and quicker at sculpting rocks. I'm going to sculpt some bases really quickly for these, so I can get them based up, and then they can at least be based and done, and I can like come back and like I was thinking like maybe I have no idea what even colour scheme to do for these. Yeah, so it's always been a blaster. It's always been a blaster. You've always given your Archon a blaster. So Soul Trap and blaster. Doth one not cometh from Sol? What? Customized sigilites. What? Do them purple. I'm not doing them purple. They might be green. I might do them very, 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 very dark green. But then I also kind of like the black and the red. So I think it'll be quite difficult to go away from black and red. Yeah, but I also want to airbrush a lot of these. I'm not doing the hand painted Raven Guard that I've been doing. The Raven Guard are the only ones which are going to be hand painted, and that's because they're all black. So I like the texture on them. The Night Lords are going to be airbrushed because they get their detail from the lightning, which is brush painted. These are going to be airbrushed because these get the details from all the different colours on them and everything. So yeah. Anyway, so I've got, I don't know how many points these are, but I've got 5 of these, 2 of these Praetors, which I've given him a different head because I lost his head, so I dug out a Deathwing Terminator head, so I've fitted that on there. Hey Deadeye, how you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, I haven't got very many points of Dark Angels, but yeah, if I got some Mark II, bodies, because you need 20 tactical squads for all the armies, right? Deadeye, how are you doing? Agonizer versus Huskblade versus Power Weapon. Yeah, Huskblade. It's always been Huskblade. It's always been Huskblade. Agonizer and Power Weapon are always dull. But yeah, I mean, if you really want me to, if you want me to magnetize them, then I'll just throw a little bit more on the quote and magnetize everything for you. Drukhari are a bit of a pain to magnetize because you have to use such fucking tiny magnets, but I think I've got some left. So make a Zone Mortalis Dark. Oh, Avian, that's genius. Yes, yes, Avian, I can just do a yes. So I need. Oh. Right, okay, so I need to adjust my throne list because I now need 2 boxes of the Mark II. Hang on, where's my throne list? Hey, purples!
Ah, finally. My job is safe. Where the fuck is the music, Christopher? Fuck. Moo. Tongue.
Where's number? Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Wait, how are Raven Guard with the flesh and mechadendrites? Wait, what? How are Raven Guard with the flesh and mechadendrites? What do you mean, Dom? I picked up some Horus Heresy Marines second hand a couple of years back. Got some Sons of Horus Reavers that I need to figure out how to adapt into my homebrew chapter.
You have been
nice. Going
You
to
have
add
been measured.
Inducti into any of these PDF
you
rules for them went up
absolutely-
today. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, explain the
been
Inducti
found.
because I don't know what they are. Is that up? Let's go have a look at. Oh, there they are. So these are. Is this right? These are like rushed through, untrained people who are now like pushed into Space Marine armor to bulk out the forces. Is that kind of like what they are? So my Dark Angel Inducti are back. Oh, have you got Dark Angels Inducti? Yes, in general. Gotcha. Do they preserve their Holy Empyrean flesh? What, Raven Guard? Yes, they just have really pale flesh. War Masters is here. Marines that were run through indoctrination. Gotcha. Slave, thank you for the follow, dude. Keep an eye out, Slave, because the tutorial, the painting tutorial for the Raven Guard colour scheme is coming very, very soon.
Inductii are rushed Marines through heavy psycho indoctrination. Other Space Marines, and the Primarchs, hate them, but they have no choice because of the heresy. They need more Marines.
So you can add these to your army, right? I don't know. Would Raven Guard have Inducti? Would I put Raven Guard Inducti into an army? I don't know whether I would. I kind of want to think of the Raven Guard as perfect. Even though they lost 79,000 Raven Guard on the Dropsite Massacre, according to the book which I've read. Okay, so hang on. Let's have a read through this. What does this say? The new edition, blah blah blah. Each. I think Raven Guard were the first to have them. Actually, do you think? Probably because they lost so many, right? Does this apply to traitors as well? Can I have Night Lords Inducti? Because that would be quite funny. Raven Guard have frontal armour, they easily fit. Raven Guard did a lot of Inducti. I just think there's more exciting things to give Raven Guard. Like Assault Marines. Assault Marines and more Death In and Seekers and Snipers and Reconnaissance.
Unfortunately for you, Christopher, Raven Guard have a lot of Inductii because the number of remaining Marines is super low, and fucking Alpharius destroyed the original Genocide that was supposed to create new stable Marines.
Okay. The Alpha Legion messed with them somewhat there. Oh yes, I did read that because didn't they mess with the gene seed and make it all?
Also, during the heresy, all legions had Inductii.
Kind of between 30k and 40k Marine processing. One of the reasons the traitor Marines call 40k Marines thin bloods. Oh, then make more. Inductii, yeah, Inductii. I mean, you got to give Olivia a little bit of like room. Like she's doing really well at pronunciation on everything. Right, this new incarnation. So this is just a unit. Is this just a unit that you can put in? Right, let's read through it and find out. Anyway, this new incarnation of Inductii retains the individual character of the Legion-specific versions that came before. But there are a few high-level changes that players will notice throughout. The most obvious of these is that with a couple of optional exceptions, Inductii don't have sergeants. Combined with a couple of reduced advanced characteristics, usually willpower and intelligence, the Inductii are slightly more vulnerable to tactical statuses than your typical legionary.
Even traders had Inductine tile needed them. Also consider Inductii as meat shields.
Yes, so like Canadians, right, purples? Sorry. The psycho indoctrination is big on Marines in 40k. I was saying make more gene seed. Okay. I love you Canadians, by the way. That was a joke, obviously. Combined with a couple of reduced, helping to reinforce the idea that hypno-indoctrination and rapid implantation can match the decades or even centuries of experience that pre-existing legionaries have. With each unit typically getting one or more defined special rules, the war gear options, it was important that they didn't outshine standard tactical or despoiler squads, which still represent the mainstay of the Legion of Astartes. As such, those based upon tactical squads have line 1 as opposed to line 2, while the Inducti templated upon despoilers instead have Vanguard 2. Neither retain the objective scoring potential of their line 2 precursors, but each Inducti unit has its own distinctive advantages and playstyle. Yeah, I don't know whether to have a unit of despoilers in the Raven Guard, to be honest. So maybe I'll do a unit of Inducti despoilers. Maybe I'll do a unit of Inducti despoilers. Help them stand out in list building, from the Blood Angels' panic-inducing cannibalism to the morbid resilience of the Death Guard. In addition to the 18 new units presented, oh my word, 18? The World Eaters, the originators of the Inducti concept, gain access to the Butcher Surgeon Prime advantage, letting apothecaries boost their combat abilities of Inducti squads they join. Ah. So how many? $21. Raven Guard. Okay, so we get a bolter, frag grenades, crack grenades, Raven Guard, infantry. We can have a Nemesis bolter. We can have a Nemesis bolter. That's cool. We can have a Vexilla. And one can have the Legionary equipment list, and they can have a bayonet. Would gain pinned, instead make an immediate fall back. So rather than being pinned, they just fall back. Okay. Oh, so you can't have Inducti despoilers. You just have this squad. So you can't make them a despoiler unit. Gotcha. Why do you think the Spanish came in to merge with the Germanic form to the French? The Raven Guard had hotbox Marines via the Emperor, given Corax the means to replenish their losses. The Alpha Legion screwed that up. Put some chaos juice into the mix, spoiling the process. The Raptors were created as results, Marines that were mutated over time. I'm good at dealing with your problems. Yes, just a unit. Okay, so it's just one unit. Okay, so it's 90 points. 90 points for 10 Inducti. Maybe I'll do 10 Inducti. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe.
Inductii cannot be despoilers because despoilers are elite units, and Inductii are trash smile.
It just said that you used to be able to have... There you are. As such, those based on tactical squads, so you can have Inducti based on tactical squads, and then you can have Inducti based on despoilers. So despoilers are the bolt pistol chainsaw dudes, aren't they? They're the combat ones. Did I miss something on the... Did I miss something on the download? Is there something right at the top that says that you can have...
Important distinction here, based on.
Important distinctions based on what? Right, let's read this bit. Core and expanded army list profiles. All army list profiles, the Age of Darkness, are divided into two categories: core and expanded. All the units in here are expanded. Both types of units can be freely used. As new units and models are released, clearly states a core or expanded. All army list profiles in this document include the inductive special rule. So that's the inductive special rule. A unit containing any models of this special rule may never be used for a prime advantage, which is fine. So it's just within are a selection of units that can be included in a detachment that uses the Legions of Astartes army list, along with a number of units from specific legions. Okay, so there's something in here that's not just Dark Angels, Emperor's Children, Iron Warriors, White Scars, Space Wolves, Imperial Fist, Night Lords, Blood Angels, Iron Hands, World Eaters, Ultramarines, Death Guard, Thousand Sons, Word Bearers, Salamanders, Raven Guard. What's at the bottom? That's Alpha Legion. Alpha Legion is the last page. What am I missing here? Oh, some get it
They mention
right.
18 units
Okay,
of
I gotcha.
inductii, 1 unit per legion.
I gotcha. So maybe the Dark Angels, Bolt Pistol, Volkite Charger. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. So the war gear is dependent on. So these guys are the despoilers because they've got Bolt Pistol, Chainsaw, and their Vanguard too. I've gotcha. Okay. I understand. So Emperor's Children are the despoilers. The Raven Guard just get the normal tactical squad, which sucks. Okay. Okay. So no, I probably won't have an inductile squad then. I probably won't have an inductile squad then. That's cool to know anyway. Right, I need to put some music on before Olivia shouts at me. Read a few units. Each inductile squad is unique to the others. Some are based on despoilers. Dark Angels inductile do have hand-to-hand weapons. They have Martian death rays. I do like the Dark Angel stuff because they just get all the cool weapons. They just get Volkite and plasma and all the cool shit. Phosphex. But Raven Guard get cool stuff like this guy.
If you don't add inductii in your Ravengard army, then you need to have at most 3 units in the army. I don't make the rules. War does.
Shut up! Shut up! The Night Lord squad is actually pretty nice, is it? So I could do inductii in Night Lords then. Volkite equals Martian death rays. The Night Lord squad is pretty nice. I do like the Night Lords. The Night Lords are cool. The Night Lords are cool. So can we need to have a little bit of a shout out. Can we have a shout out for Jan, please? Because we need to have a shout out for Jan because I have sent Jan a present today. He doesn't know about it, so it's just going to arrive on his door. It has a note on the present saying stream safe, 100% stream safe, please open on stream if possible. So if everybody could, if you're not already, could you drop Jan a follow please, and then just keep an eye on him when he goes live, because I've sent him a present because I'm nice, because he had a bit of a shit delivery for something which he ordered a while ago, so I've rectified it. So if you could all drop Jan a follow, that would be amazing. I'm sure Purples will do a quick shout out for Jan. I'm sure Purples will do a quick shout out for Jan in a second. Mr. Genuine Vision. Street safe? No, not street safe. Stream safe. I think I know what the present is. Do you? Do you, Whiskey? Were you watching Jan's stream when he opened his present? When he opened his box? Yeah, when he opened his box. Open your eyes, the shout out is already done. Oh, thank
Open
you.
your eyes. The shout out is already done.
Thank you very much. Chocolate, that is my guess. No, you are wrong. It is not chocolate. I do not send Jan chocolate. I know what his shit delivery was. Yes, Whiskey. So, Whiskey, I have rectified that shit delivery, Whiskey. So, yeah, everybody please go drop Jan a follow. And then when he streams, just go and hang out and have a watch, because I'm very excited to see his reaction, because he doesn't know about this. This is where I find out that he's actually in my chat now watching. He won't be. He's very, very busy. Far too busy to be in my Twitch chat. So yeah, there we go. So yes, how many points is a Zone Mortalis force? Because I haven't got the other ones on me at the moment, but I've got. I'm definitely getting some of these though. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Avian, for that. Or War Masters, wasn't it? I've got. So who are these guys then? So that is. Oh, he's a character. Okay. So I've got Marduk Cedras, who's a character. I've got that guy. I've then also got this guy, who's a Cataphractite Praetor. So I've got a Praetor. I've got Dark Angel's Inner Circle Knight, so I've got those ones, and then I've also got these ones here, the Legion Deathwing Companions. So I've got 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 of these, a Praetor, and then that special character. That's what I've got. I'd probably try and get a Legion Praetor as well, and I think I've got those heads. Because the idea was that I was doing and I think I did 5. I converted up 5 Dark Angels Fallen for when the Lion came out, because I was going to do like a load of Fallen. I was going to do a load of Fallen for that. It's kind of like Space Hulk with extra bells. Yeah, how many points is it? Because it's like boarding action, isn't it? Is it like 500 points? Is that a usual army size for Horus Heresy Zone Mortalis? Like if I just add 20 tactical squads, or a unit of 10 tactical squads, and then 5, I don't know, destroyers or something to that, is that enough for a between 500 and a K? Gotcha. Okay, so I don't want to get too distracted with them. I don't want to get too distracted with them at all, because I'm really enjoying these guys because they're amazing. But I just thought it was quite funny that I found them. So because I'm managing to sculpt bases, because I'm managing to sculpt rocks quite quickly, they're all going to have the same bases as well. So I think I'm going to do all of them with this base, because I really like how this base is turning out. So because I'm sculpting rocks quite quickly now, I think I will just. Yeah, because he just needs to be a bit bigger, doesn't he? Just needs to be a bit taller. So if I can sculpt some rocks for all these guys to stand on. If 1K, you could swap in and out. Perfect. Okay. So I'll kind of... oh yeah, Breacher Unit! Breacher Unit! Yes! I can use my Breacher stuff that I've got. I could use those Breacher shields. Yes! Oh, War Masters, legend! Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Fit the Zone Mortalis style even. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Oh! Now, I wonder whether you can get Dark Angel Breacher shields, because they must be able to do some like really cool knightly shields. Although, actually, isn't there those shields? Can't we? If I got another box of those, I could use those shields and have them as breachers, and then just give them a bolter. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, they're really cool. Fit the Zone Mortalis. Yes. My Google Foo says people like to play smaller Zone Mortalis on smaller boards. Yes. Yeah. Zone Mortalis is like a 2x2. Got any Dark Angel bits? Could kit bash some of the tank bits onto a plain shield. I do. Yeah, I've got loads of 40k Dark Angel bits. I've got loads of Dark Angel bits because Games Workshop sent me loads of the the new Dark Angel stuff. I did some YouTube videos painting them up. So I do have a fair amount of the new Deathwing stuff that I could kind of rip off. Okay, 500 2x2, 1k 4x4, perfect. Did a bit of that on Blade Guard, nice. Nice. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so gonna give this a quick coat of primer just to prime these 3D printed bits. There's one of the feathers which I've been priming for. I've got a little bit of white paint on this one. There's some of the feathers that I've been hanging on everybody. So everybody's had little Raven Guard bits hanging off these guys. Yeah, let's just very quickly give those 3D prints a bit of primer. Okay. There we go. So yeah, how is everybody today? I've obviously had a lot of, that's been a lot of me talking. And again, being very excited about this ridiculous game. But how is everybody else today? Are you all okay? Has everybody been doing some cool stuff? Let's paint over that little bit of white paint. I have sanded this down as well, so there are zero print lines on these now, because I got some very fine wet and dry paper and just sanded all the layer lines down, so you shouldn't be able to see that these are 3D prints at all, which is good for me. Dust all over this guy. There we go. So there is the first of the veteran disintegrators. Well, I don't know what the disintegrators do. What? How strong are the disintegrators for, like, shooting at Marines or shooting at tanks? Or shooting at like Terminators. I don't know what the disintegrators are for. I don't know what their loadout is. Stat line, not loadout. Not for current Horus Heresy yet. Just did a search on Warcom itself, and Zone Mortalis is only showing up via Necromunda. Might be better to Google the Warcom site with Zone Mortalis. I don't know whether they've released the Zone Mortalis rules yet for third ed. There were rules. D-guns are always hot. Excellent. Last ed they put Zone Mortalis on Warcom. I think, I don't think it's out yet. Nice one, Adrian. Thank you. So I'll not use them. I have shitty luck. Okay. So if you roll a 1, they're dead. That kind of thing. Well, I basically had this model. So I thought, well, he really just needs to be a Raven Guard, so I will build him and then stick him on some rocks so he looks cool, and then he needs to be in a squad, so I'm going to have a 5-man squad. So I think it's 3 with, I think this is a rifle, isn't it? This is just a disintegrator rifle, so I'm going to have 3 with disintegrator rifles. 1 then has an option to have a heavy disintegrator, that big like underslung double-barreled thing. And then the sergeant can have a heavier rifle or something. What even is that? What the Get Hot rules? I think it's something along the lines of if you roll a 1, you take damage. I watched the 3 on Warhammer Plus. They were killing themselves just as good as the opponent. Why would you watch a battle report on Warhammer Plus? Like, go and watch one on like Tabletop Tactics or SN battle reports. Don't watch Warhammer Plus. They don't even know what the rules are on Warhammer Plus. That's Space Marine Abomination in your hands. Oh, what even is it? So this, I will show you. It's that guy. So this guy's from Rogue Trader. And then a few years ago they did this guy as a limited edition. Entertainment value only, not to learn. So they did this guy as a limited edition one. I don't know when did they do him? Yeah, 2016. So this guy was redone in 2016. It's basically this guy as a thing, and I've changed his shoulder pads because I wanted the shoulder pads to fit in with the Raven Guard theme that I've got going. So I like the fact that it's got upturned vents. So yeah, he's perfect. He's really cool. Hex base represent. Holy shit! Yeah, it's a hex base. Holy shit! No, good spot, Manneringo. Yeah, he's on an old hex base. Yeah, so this is a really old guy from like 1980, 1988 or something. So they resculpted him, and because I've got him, again, this is another one that I just kind of like came across as I was going through all my boxes of stuff. Because I've got him, I was like, well, he's 100% a Raven Guard, isn't he? So I'll get him in a squad. What squad can he go in? What squad can he go in? I've also drilled out the barrels as well, and he goes in a veteran tactical squad with the disintegrators. So I've ordered a sprue of disintegrator weapons from eBay for £2. It was £2, like £3.90 delivered for a sprue of disintegrator weapons. So if you do want any disintegrator weapons, go onto eBay in the UK and just search for the sprue. So yeah, bargain. So and then that will just go on. That will go on some of my Mark 6 bodies, which I have ready for all the cool weapons which we're going to do. So yeah, there we go. That's everything all cool and dandy and cool. Any questions? Speaking of Zone Mortalis, it's pretty cool that Games Workshop allows the reuse of Necromunda terrain in Horus Heresy. I'm just surprised that they don't do a specific kit just to get more money. Yeah, and I have 2 boxes of the boarding actions terrain. I've got 2 boxes of the boarding actions terrain, so I've got plenty of the Zone Mortalis style walls. So I can 100% play some Zone Mortalis games of Horus Heresy. You got a shitload. I should probably try and get that out at some point. I'm going to, seeing as you've all been shouting at me for airbrushing an Atamask, I'm going to get an airbrush station over there. You need to paint a store? Yeah, I need to paint a store as well. I've painted half of it. Again, there's a YouTube video about how to do it. I'd have to go and re-watch that video on my YouTube about painting the boarding actions terrain, because I can't remember how I did it. Can't remember how I did it. So I'll go back and watch it and find out how I did it. Is that you? Is what me? What is an airbrush station? It's basically a box with a filter behind it and a vacuum that just pulls all the overspray it out and throws it out the window. You need a paint tool. Yeah, I think I put it on my throne list. Hang on, let me show. Let me go and have a look. I think there's one on here. Did I put one on here? Exclamation mark throne if you want to see this list. Why won't it go to the next page? I didn't. Did I not put it on here? I thought I did. No, I didn't. Okay, I need to put it on here. I need to put some battle mats on here as well. I need some battle mats to take some photographs of armies and stuff. So this is really useful to send to my sisters for my birthday and Christmas and stuff, so that they can pick stuff up. Yeah, exclamation mark throne if you want to go and have a look at that list. Contribute and help out. Nice thing is to filter the air before chucking it out of the window. You have the 3x3 mat. It's amazing. Is it? Scourges are such a useful kit. Yeah, Scourges are awesome. Absolutely love Scourges for Drukhari. I've got so many of those. Back to Lurk. No! Drill centering tool. Is that for barrels? No, not particularly. I'll show you this. So it's this here. So what you can do with this is if you have a bit of sprue or plastic rod like this, like when I was doing where's that conversion? Where's that bolter conversion I did? Can you remember the bolter conversion I did where I was turning it into the Tigris Exitus pattern bolter? Where's it gone? Where the fuck's it gone? Have I put it in the... I don't think I put it in here. Put it in here? No. Oh yes I have, there it is. So this, when I made this, I had to hand drill that barrel. So what you can do is you can get this plastic rod, you can put it in that drill centering tool, and it holds it in a V, and then at the end is a center, so it will guide your drill in, and then you can exactly center it, which I think I've done a pretty good job, to be fair. I mean, that's a pretty central hole. But then, like this, you can see the hole I drilled in there is slightly angled, so it's not quite dead straight. So the sniper now has a slightly bent barrel, which is slightly annoying. It doesn't help you drill barrels on the guns because there's nowhere to kind of put it in, so you still have to do that by hand. But when you're converting 20 bolters like this, that'll be really useful, because I've got to do 10 of these for the reconnaissance squads, and then I've got to do the Mordathan snipers as well. So it'll be really useful. I need to get some of those rods to replace screwed up bolters. Yeah. So yeah, it would just make making these really easy. So that's on the little throne list as well. Hopefully try and pick one of those up sometime soon. Fuck's sake, I need that. Your sniper bolter, yes. So yeah, I've got to wait for the Mark 4s. I've got to wait for the Mark 4s, haven't I, for that? Because that's what I hope the Mark 4s are next. Like they did Mark 6 and Mark 3, didn't they, in the last edition? And then this edition they've done Mark 2, and then hopefully they'll do Mark 4. Or even if they do Mark 5, it's absolutely fine. Like Mark 4 or Mark 5, whenever that next kit comes out, that's what I'm going to make my reconnaissance squads out of. So if I can get everything done, ready for the reconnaissance squads to come out, that's where I need to get to. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. That guy's badass. I want to sculpt some hair on him. If we're going to sculpt some hair on him, we need to actually. I'm going to sculpt some hair on him, not on stream. So the plan is, I'm going to sculpt some hair on this guy, practice sculpting hair on him, so that I can then sculpt hair on Corvus Corax. Because that'll be really cool. That'll look really good. Mr. Corvus Corax. Although I do need to remove his studs. Yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. Okay, so plan. We could start painting this guy, to be fair. We could start painting that guy. We could start throwing some colours down on him. Replace screwed up bolters. And then also, if we start painting that guy, we can check that this colour is the right grey as well, because I think it's the right grey. I think I've made that dark enough. It's basically Corvus Black. Yeah, it's basically Corvus Black. But you could use Corvus Black, but I've used this. Yeah, they look cool, don't they? Look cool, all with the massive broadswords. The swords are very much like out of scale. They're very, very chunky. But they do look cool. I do like them. I'll have to get the lion then. I'll have to get the lion, because that's a really nice sculpt as well, isn't he, the lion? The lion's really cool. Really nice model. Right, okay, so I'm going to have a quick tidy up. And then we're going to start painting this guy. I'm going to go and make a fresh cup of tea, and we'll get the wet palette ready, and then we'll start throwing some paint on this guy so that we can see how he's going to look. So I will be back in 2 seconds, everybody. Let's rock and roll. Let's get this dude painted up. Let's bring the light in. Yeah, how's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? This guy's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to doing this guy. So we are going to make sure that this is the correct shade, that we've mixed the correct shade. Looks a little bit pale. Might need a fraction more black in it, but it's not a million miles away. It's probably alright actually. Okay. Hey Foxy, how you doing? Foxy. And we'll take this guy off his model holder so that we can drop this guy on. Boom! Oh. Boom. Right. Right, let's get this painted up then. So hopefully this is the shade that's going to work okay. I don't think we're going to do like white arms or anything on these. I might give him like grey. I don't know. I think the shoulder pads should be. Actually, let's do the shoulder pads silver. So if we do these bits black, if we do these bits here black, then we can do that silver, and then that also means I can use the black Raven Guard symbol on these as well. Should be perfect. Will you give any tiger or shark teeth on the beaks a la Rogue Trader? Ooh. Ooh, have you got any pics? Have you got any pics? On the beaks. We could definitely do one squad that's got like some freehand stuff. I'm not going to do it on like everything, but I could definitely do it on one squad. Maybe this veteran squad can have shark teeth on the. If you got a reference pic for me, I could definitely freehand some of that on here. That would be quite fun actually to try to get that looking right. If you can find a reference pic, yeah, that'd be cool. So is that one of the Rogue Trader things that Raven Guard had? Yeah, I think this does need a little bit more turquoise in it. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, I think it does. More of a beaky thing. Yeah, so free-handed on the beak, on the beak, right? So just like shark teeth on the beak. Yeah, if you got a reference, if you got a pic, if you got a pic for reference, then I can copy it. No, that's not what I told you to focus on. That's what I told you to focus on. Thank you. direction more turquoise. This is a face-on version. Let's have a look. How are you two doing? Who two? What the hell? What the hell is that? Oh, as in teeth down here? Are they teeth down here? Is that Ravencard? That... I'm confused. No, that's the space sharks. Are the space sharks linked to the Ravencard? Space Sharks was a successor of the Ravencard. Some would seem unlikely due to the Ravencard's depleted numbers. I mean, that would be cool because I like sharks. Space Sharks are believed to be a successor of the Ravencard. I mean, if I was going to do it on any model, it would be on this model, right? Because this is literally a Rogue Trader inspired model. If you can shark, you must always shark. The Deliverers are supposed to be part of the makeup of the Space Sharks. Are they? Oh, are they? Okay, so what? You just put like tiny little shark teeth on the bottom of the beak? Is that what it is? Yeah, it is too dark. So it did need a bit more. Space Sharks were sent into the void by the Forgotten One or something equivalent. By the Forgotten One? Who's the Forgotten One? Obviously he's been forgotten, but... Sent into the void. Is that where the Carcharodons came from? Or are the Carcharodons something completely different? Yes, they were bad and needed to redeem themselves or some such, so they do a red tithe and a grey tithe. A red tithe and a grey tithe. They were bad. The Space Sharks were bad? Why did the Space Sharks need to redeem themselves? I love hearing stuff from Avian, because Avian's like, oh yeah, there's this. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Why? Because of this. Oh, that's interesting. Why? Oh yeah, because of this. Oh, that's interesting. Why? Avian's like the ultimate carrot on a stick. There we go. Carcharodons were the name given to the Space Sharks by Alan Bly to make them better. To make them better? What do you mean make them better? Make them like redeemed or something? to redeem them. So Games Workshop put out 3 books on the space sharks. The first book, now don't quote me here, was about the red tithe. I might be flip-flopping there. What's the red tithe? So what's the red tithe and the grey tithe? Are they sections of the army? They're like the Green Wing and the Death Wing and the Raven Wing and Iron Wing. Better, meaning it's a better name. Oh, okay. Space Shark sounded shit, so we call them Carcharodons. Okay. Welcome back, Purples. We're learning about Space Sharks, Purples, because apparently the Space Sharks are linked with the Raven Guard, and Avian wants me to paint tiny little shark teeth on the beaks. How are you, Perps? Meeting go okay? After the pigs in space, we have the sharks in space. We had pigs in space? Meeting was boring. The dude was presenting IBM's crappy AI chatbot. Oh, God. Let me get this. There we go. So, Purples, what we're going to do is we're going to do this unit. I'm going to have silver shoulder pads. So I've got this on a hair. Not at all, just need to catch my bus. Bye. See you, Foxy! Sorry for overtyping. Don't you dare overtype. I want to know all about this. This is one of the coolest things about streaming. You find out all this cool shit. You need to type more. So the grey tithe, here is where I think I'm off, is where they get gear, power armor from the Mechanicus. Space Sharks give artifacts and whatnot to the Mechanicus, and the Mechanicus gives them supplies. Oh, that sounds like traitors. This sounds like traitorous acts. Sounds like they're doing traitorous acts. I'm trying to find my tweezers because I've got a hair. See if I can get it. I don't think I can because it's right in there. No, I need. Oh, they're there. Right, see if I can get this hair. There it is. I think I got it. The jury is still out on the loyalists of the Space Sharks. Oh, is it? Got loads of little hairs on this. It's not going to matter, it's going to be metallic. But okay. So, hands up in chat, who thinks I should do shark teeth on the beaky? Is that a thing I should be doing? So GW infers the Space Sharks came from the exiled Raven Guard and possible infusions from other legions, mayhaps Night Lords, and there is no definitive proof. But they are still slavers a la the Terran Raven Guard, and they do fight for the Imperium, see the Badav War, they're just not nice. Oh, so they could be like... Yeah, okay, so I can see the link there between them and the Deliverers, because the Deliverers are the same thing, aren't they? The Deliverers are the Terran Raven Guard. So now, let's try the highlight colour and make sure I haven't highlighted this too much. No, that looks about right. They're loyalists but assholes. The Red Tide tends to be the places like penal colonies, prison planets. So why are they called Red Tide? What's that? What's the tide bit? Is that like just like the name of their, like the Red Wing and the Dread Wing and the Raven Wing and all that stuff? Just the title for their units or companies or whatever. I love how Avian always comes in and just complicates my Raven Guard. My awesome Raven Guard project, and Avian's like, hey, what about this? Have you thought about this? Nope, I haven't, because I didn't know about it. Well, let me explain this to you. I'm like, oh my god, it's so cool. I'm wondering if we shouldn't rename the Dark Angels as Emo Angels or Moody Angels or just Asshats. I mean, if I've got Dark Angels, they need to be Asshats as well, right? Like, because everything I have seems to be... they are competent asshats, thank you very much. They're competent. At least they're not boring assets like the Ultimate. That's very, very true. At least they're not dull. Is this guy going to look cool? Is this guy going to fit in? This guy should be the sergeant, shouldn't he? This guy should be the sergeant. How big is he compared to the other ones? Holy shit, is he bigger? No, he's not. He's not bigger, is he? Just looks bigger. Just looks bigger because he's got a massive helmet. Oh shit, sorry. Still not over the brilliant manoeuvre of the Dark Angels during the Siege of Rax. Explain the brilliant manoeuvre of the Dark Angels during the Siege of Rax. Maybe, is it a manoeuvre that I can base a boarding patrol for Zone Mortalis force on? Dark Angels go through a cycle, they do the job and don't ask for head pats and accolades, then get high on their own farts, become stuck up pricks, thinking they are the best of the best of the best, pride, then they fuck up and they have their ego crushed, then they go back to unassuming and doing the job, rinse and repeat. Wasn't it the Angels of Vengeance or some such successor? I could be wrong, but yeah, we could pin Dark Angels as they are kind of a proto-legion still with their successor. Oh, we got TLDR version. Hang on. Let me get the silver done and I'll read it. And then because these are silver, then I can use the black Raven Guard symbols on them. Yes. Yes. Now, should I do the wings silver or should they be white? What do we think? Right, let's read this TLDR. What did they do? They heard a rumour, arrived in the system without talking to anyone, did a fast attack, got ambushed, and they had their ass handed to them. Azrael almost got killed, and they left without talking to anybody. Oh, that sounds like a bit of a boring Zone Mortalis force. I had the second and third Rax Books edition and truncated a lot of the prior versions. Right, quick question, everybody. Which of the Black Books, so Black Book number 3 has got the Raven Guard in it. Which of the Black Books has the Dark Angels and the Night Lords in? Because I want to go and have a look at all their heraldry and colour schemes and everything, like I have with the Raven Guard. No, I know, Purples, but like earlier in the stream, I don't know whether you weren't here. Earlier in the stream, we were talking about the Dark Angels, which I've just happened to find. So I've got some Dark Angels, and I think it was War Masters said, oh, you could do like a little small Zone Mortalis force for the Dark Angels, because I've only got like a small number of them. So if I grabbed one box of like Mark II Marines and did one unit of 10 tacticals, a unit of despoilers, and a unit of breaches or something, then I could have like a little Zone Mortalis force. So I wondered whether it was like a small breaching force or something, because of the way you explained it. What was it you said it? You said something. Yeah, the brilliant maneuver during the Siege of Rax. Because it was a siege, I thought they did something funky. The problem with the Night Lords book is that they are peppered throughout the Black Books as they were everywhere. That's fine. Dark Angels are in the last book. Okay. So Dark Angels are the last book. Perfect. That silver looks fantastic, doesn't it? That silver's going to look so good. Yeah, the silver shoulder pads are going to look amazing. We definitely need to thin the metallic down nicely though. So yeah, I've got all the box. I downloaded them all, so I grabbed them all from that website. So I do have them all. Dark Angels did a funky thing on Vrax. They got their ass kicked and fled with their tail between their legs. How's that a funky thing, Purples? It's like you hate them. But they still disabled the spaceport, so they had a semi-win. Still disabled the spaceport. Yeah, so I need an idea for some Dark Angel breacher squads and stuff. Do hate the Angels. Well, not hate, I'm jealous. Yeah, you're jealous because you've got Blood Angels and they had bugger all. They had crap Sanguinary Guard, whereas Dark Angels had really cool Deathwing Terminators. Sorry. Dark Angels had some amazing... Yeah, Dark Angels. Dark Angels had the Lion. Like, the leader, the centerpiece model of the army. They had the Lion, this big knight, striding forward on the battlefield. And the Blood Angels should have had the Sanguinor, which was like the arcane depiction of Sanguinius coming down to help them. But instead they got the Sanguinor. And the Blood Angels had a crappy Sanguinor. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay, so Dark Angels are in book 9, and the Night Lords are in book 2 and 9. Okay. So Night Lords book 2 and 9, Dark Angels book 9. Okay, I'm going to open up the Dark Angels one now, and I'm going to open up book 2 as well. Documents, Games Workshop, Horus Heresy. Okay, so book 2, so Massacre. So Massacre, and then book 9 is... Oh, I haven't got 9, I've only got 7. Yeah, I've only got 5, 6, 7. I haven't got book 9. Okay. So what's book 9 called? Nine is Crusade. I'll have to see if I can get that. Okay, so I've got book 2. Night Lords, page 92. So here's the Night Lords. That's so cool. Come on, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's why I need to do. That's why, yeah, I need to get this blue. Oh, this is so cool. And they've got chains everywhere, which is easy to do. Okay. There's a Spartan. I've got a Spartan. Night Lord's Cataphracti. It's a really, really muted blue, isn't it? It's a really muted blue. Oh, they've got one of these as well. Oh, they've got one of these bolters as well, look. They've got a Tigris baton. Oh, that's a bolt pistol. Oh no, Tigris X are just baton bolter. So they got these ones as well. Oh, that's cool. So what's that? That is a tactical support Space Marine. So I could do a unit of tactical support squads with this bolter. That'd be cool. Terror Squad. And they have the... Oh, it's not a chain. I thought they had chain axes. It's just a normal axe. Oh, yes. And you got these guys, a legionary. They look badass in that armour, don't they? They look amazing in that armour. 90s Crusade. Also, don't look for it on the Internet Archive. It's not there, wink. No, I won't do because I've just looked there. Everyone can do anything, it's just they lean into certain things. What do you mean everyone can do everything? Dark Purple, Red Oxide and Torp. Dark Purple, Red Oxide and Torp. They're so cool. Night Lord's Assault Sergeant. I love these Mark IV Lightning Claws. I think it's quite funny. I think it's quite funny that I've done Raven Guard and Night Lords. Avian, if you have 9, then feel free to DM me. Avian, if anybody has any of the PDFs for 3.0 that I can flick through and learn before I get the books, that would also be cool. Oh, Thunderhawk. These look so cool. Look how cool these all look. See, this is why I want to do loads of vehicles for the Night Lords, because these just look cool. I own the books. Yeah, sorry. All legions can do any form of warfare. Yes, yeah. No, I get that. That's why that's how I'm kind of trying to justify to myself that it's all right. Raven Guard can have tanks. It's just that they like being a bit more stealthy and oh, so cool. So cool. Mannering, why are you smacking your head, Manneringo? What did you say? Dark Purple, Red Oxide and Torp. Dark Purple, did one of them have Dark Purple? Look how cool that is. I have that. I think that is on. I'm pretty sure that is on the transfer sheet. This is why I have to wander off to pick up my tomb that can kill small mammals if I drop them. Oh, your tome. Yes. Oh, it's so cool. I have. Your only ability to read chat is biblical. New monument primers. Oh, you've got Dark Purple, Red Oxide, and Torp in new monument primers. Gotcha. Yeah, I have got book 3 on a watched thing on eBay. So I will keep an eye out for that one, and then I will add 2 and 9 to that little watch thing. That's perfect. This, on the other hand, looks bloody fantastic. Right, let's thin this down again. Nice one, Manneringo. Are you going to grab those, Manneringo? Manneringo. trying to do really thin coats of this so it doesn't build up too thick. Purple and taupe, definitely. Chips and Tato are awake and they're entered zoomies. Zoomies. Purple we may have been waiting for a couple of years. Oh, really? Is it a really nice purple colour? Would that have saved me airbrushing all of Purple's awesome Emperor's Children? How excited are you at the moment, Purples, with all your Emperor's Children? Very. Hi, my name's Purple and I'm very excited. Now, I had to go and find photo reference for the Volkite, so I know what colour all the Volkite stuff is. Now I'm going to have to go and do the same for disintegrators, because I have no idea what colours all the different parts of the disintegrators are. Hopefully they're as cool a colour scheme as the Volkite, because the Volkite look amazing. I love how the Volkite look. Right, coding, learning. Are they all finished? Is all the basing finished on them, Perps? Yep, we need to magnetise them. Oh, Perps is going. Right. So I think that needs to be. Oh, let's do that white. These need to be metal, don't they? Touch those up. Like that. Now are those cables? I'm going to wait for those cables so I can check the reference on them. To make sure I'm getting all the dust. Off the some metallic bits. There we go. Yeah, I think these should be white, but let's just check. Maybe these should be metallic as well. What do you think, chat? I think they should be metallic. I think they should be metallic. Avian's on the lurk. Yeah, metallic, isn't it? Well, I need to bed down to work. Sorry I didn't answer your questions. What questions? Did you miss questions? Stunning, amazing, fantastic, brilliant. This unit's going to look awesome with the silver. The silver shoulder pads look so cool. They're going to look great with the patina and everything on them. Right, so let's find some reference for disintegrated weapons, shall we? Which one's the disintegrated weapons? Ah, there's the disintegrated weapons. Oh my god. Okay, so there's lots of silver, lots of copper. So it's silver and copper. So the barrel is silver, and then a lot of the pipe work is copper. So barrel silver, that's silver, that's silver, and then any kind of just normal pipe work is copper. So the pipe work there is copper, copper, and then the rest is silver. Okay. So silver, silver, silver. That's black. And that's black. They're copper. These bits are silver. Those pipework are copper. This drum is silver. That. That's silver. That's silver. There we go. Silver, silver, silver. So I suppose that's a barrel as well, isn't it? So that should be silver. And you've got that pipe that's copper, that pipe that's copper, that and that pipe that's copper. Fantastic. Right, so that now pretty much needs an oil wash. Is there anything else I needed to do on that? There we go. And that can have, because it's dead simple to do. This is a special edition one from 2016. And then I gave him shoulder pads. So it's this one. So he's gonna be because I basically I found loads of, I went through everything and found all the Horus Heresy stuff that I got. I was like, right, let's get everything out. So I found this guy. So I was like, well, he 100% needs to be a Raven Guard. And then I did a quick check to find out what unit he can go in. So he's going to go in a veteran tactical squad, all with disintegrators. So I can have 3 disintegrator rifles, 1 heavy disintegrator, and then the sergeant can have a disintegrator blaster or something. I don't know, whatever the mid range is. Yeah, that'll be really cool. So then he gets to be part of the army as well. And then I decided to give him these shoulder pads, so the whole unit is going to have those shoulder pads, and they are going to be the silver ones, and then I'm going to put a black Raven Guard symbol on there as well, so it's going to look awesome. What do you think? It looks pretty cool, right? He's ready for the oil wash now, so we can oil wash him, and then we can start painting the rocks, put the base on, and then he'll look really cool. So cool, it's great, isn't it? Looks really good. Do you want to know the funny story though, Target? Do you want to know the funny story? So I'm going to tell you anyway. I was going through. I found a really cool head for Corax as well. So there's a really cool head for Corax. The only thing I've got to do is I've got to remove those veteran studs in his forehead, which is easy to do. So I'll do that. But that's a really nice kind of like really angular, thin face. So that's perfect. And also it's got his ear showing on this side as well, which is what I wanted. I didn't want him to have not an ear. So then I'm going to sculpt some slightly longer hair coming over this bit here. So I've got a head for him, and then I've also got a head for my Praetor, who's looking awesome. There we go. So there's a Praetor. And then I'm going to do I've got a Raptor, a Night Lord's Raptor jump pack to put on him, because it's got the 2 beaks. So that's going to look really cool. So he's going to be a Raven Guard jump pack Praetor with twin lightning claws. So that's going to be fantastic. So I've done that guy. And I've started to get pretty good at sculpting rock. I'm pretty quick at sculpting rock, and I've also taken some casts of Corax's base, so these base bits here. So I've made some casts so that I can get some tiles to tie everything together. So all the characters are going to have like little tiles on their bases like that, and like KD's next look. He's got a little bit on there, and then I've scattered a number, just just a couple across the tactical squad. So this sergeant has got a bit of like crushed up tile on there. But so I was going through and just going through all my boxes of all my stuff, finding all the Horus Heresy stuff that I've got. Praetor left foot looks like a stepped in cow pie. Well, this one. So I was going through all my boxes of all my stuff. I was like, right, okay, let's find even more stuff so I don't have to like order and see what I can, like if I can find some more Horus Heresy stuff, can I give it to the Raven Guard or can I give it to the Night Lords? So I've got like everything like in separated out. Like all this stuff is going to be painted for the Night Lords, all this stuff is going to be built and painted for the Raven Guard. And then I found these guys. So I've got this Praetor. I've got a Praetor. I've got this special character who I've lost his head, so I've given him. I dug out an old Deathwing head, so he's got a Deathwing Terminator head now, which fits in there fine. It looks fantastic. A little hooded Deathwing head. So I got that guy, and then I've got I've got a squad of these guys. I got a squad of these guys. So these are fantastic. Inner Circle Companion Knights or something. And then I've also got a set of the Legion Dark Angel Deathwing units with like the great sword and the shields. So yeah, so Warmaster came up with the idea of just doing a Zone Mortalis Dark Angels force, because then as well you could do Dark Angel breaches with cool shields. So that would be awesome. So I'm going to try and do a very, very small Dark Angel Zone Mortalis breacher unit. What are your thoughts on homebrew what if stuff on tabletop in Horus Heresy? Yeah, go for it. The Circle Knight is cool. The Circle Knights, I don't know what's in their what's in their left hands. What's in their left hands? They're awesome. They're like power like knives or something on the back of the fists. They're awesome. So yeah, anyway, I've got 5 of these all built, and because I've started basing a bit better, I'm going to sculpt rocks on all of them and get them higher up. I'm going to do the same basing. I'm going to do the same basing strategy for pretty much everything. The Night Lords, the Dark Angels, and the Raven Guard are all going to have this like concrete basing strategy. Weird is a lightning claw with a knife strapped to it. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's really cool. They look awesome. Look at them. They look absolutely badass. I don't know what they are. But they're really cool. So whatever they are, they're awesome. Volkite pistols. Is that what they are? Are they Volkite pistols? No, this guy's got a Volkite pistol. Yeah, I'm gonna do a small 500 point Zone Mortalis thing, because I think that'll be quite good. I think that'd be quite fun. Right, so where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh, he's there. But yeah, we're painting this guy up today. I've ordered a single sprue of disintegrator weapons. I couldn't believe this. I was like, oh, well, let's just have a quick look and see how much a sprue of disintegrator weapons is on eBay. Because then I can get I can get the squad done. Because they're just going to go on. They're just going to go on all the other Mark 6 bodies that I've got. I've got shitloads of Mark 6 bodies now. So I'm going to use 4 more to make a squad of disintegrators. Anyway, I found a disintegrator sprue on eBay for £2. Whole sprue for £2 on eBay. So that's coming tomorrow. So then I'll make the rest of the squad, give them the shoulder pads, and yeah, that's going to look absolutely awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That should look great, and then it should also make them look a bit of variety as well between the tactical squads, which look like this, and then the special elite and the slightly more interesting squads like the Mordathin and the reconnaissance squads and the Dark Furies and the Assault Marines. The Assault Marines are going to give them white shoulder pads and white arms, things like that. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay, so do I need to? I need to do the thingy, don't I? I need to do the transfers, because transfers need to go on before the oil, don't they? Right, let's put another coat of metallic on there. Try and keep it nice and smooth. I need to get some more synthetic brushes for metallics and stuff. Anyway, I just thought it was funny, Target, because I'm really excited about the Raven Guard, I'm really excited about the Night Lords, and then I found some Dark Angels as well. so now I've got ideas in my head for the Dark Angels as well. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And this guy looks awesome. This guy is absolutely looking awesome. How are you anyway, Target? All good? All good your end? I might not stream tomorrow because I really need to crack on with some commissions. So I might try and finish off some commissions for tomorrow. So I think this is a disintegrated pistol as well, isn't it? So yeah, because there's the drum. You're all right. Nice. Nice one, dude. Glad you're all right. Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Are you painting anything tonight, Mr. Target? Who's that? Oh, Zunk! What What a ledge. How are you doing, Mr. Zunk? Zunkosaurus. Were you playing more Total War today, or was it Blood Bowl? Was it the Bowl of Blood today? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try a new recipe for the brown. How you doing, Zunkosaurus? Yeah, what were you playing today? Was it Total War or Blood Bowl? Or something different, of course. Maybe it was something different. Maybe it was something completely different. A bit of a hobby slump choir tonight. Nice. Don't say hobby slump, just say hobby break. No need to use language that makes you feel down about the hobby and about yourself. Say it's a quick hobby break. Are you going to come and watch Mortal Kombat tonight? Target, movie night? Mortal Kombat movie night. Not sure that brown recipe is going to work quite as well as I thought. I think it needs more fang brown and XV88. Try to remember. Yeah, I've not seen this one. I haven't seen this one, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Obviously saw the one from the 90s, early 2000s, whenever it was, with Kylie. Yeah, the last reboot one. Yeah, the latest one. I've not seen it. So we've done. We did computer game. It was Tetris last week. We did computer game films for the last 4 weeks. Starting with Silent Hill, which was awesome. It was much better than I was expecting, actually. Silent Hill. And there's a new. The reason why I put the Silent Hill on, there's a new Silent Hill film coming out. We need to watch Thunderbolts. We're going to do the Thunderbolts next week because we haven't put the Thunderbolts on yet. We haven't done the Thunderbolts yet. We can probably do the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. I think the Fantastic Four is out. So So we could probably do Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. And Superman if you really want, but I hated it. I thought it was crap. But I can put, if you all want, I can put Superman on the movie night if you want to watch Superman. You have to just let me know. Yeah, Superman film I thought was shite. Absolutely terrible. But hey, who am I to say what's good or not? Millions of people seem to like it. Okay, so transfer on there, and then what else? What other transfers do we need? Oh, is there space? I don't think there's space for any other transfers. I think it's just that. Oh, we got some bleed. Hang on. There we go. Pow! Pow pow pow! Okay, so we can put a black Raven Guard symbol on there. Which one's the Raven Guard one? There's the Raven Guard one. I've cut the Legion transfer sheet up as well, just so it's easier. It's easier to get to the transfers when it's cut up. Although not if you don't get them all out of the. Not if you don't get them all out of the thing. Right, so I don't think that full-size one is going to fit on there. Oh, it might do actually. Should we try a full-size one? I mean, I think we've got to try a full-size one. Because I was going to use the half-size one. But let's try a full-size one first. I don't think there are any others in here that are going to be useful. No, let's just try one of the full-size ones. Because if not, we can just put this back on this sheet. So if we cut this out here, out, and then if that doesn't fit, then we can just take it off there and just put it back on this sheet and then let that sheet dry. So we'll leave the sheet out as well actually, and then all this can go back in the envelope, the Raven Guard envelope. need some water in the wet palette. So I'm just going to top the wet palette up. And then we need a drop on the wet palette. Oops, that's way too much. Plenty though. Okay, so this can then go in the water on the wet palette, and then it can fit on there. That looks like a really nice smooth surface, all dried. Looks really good. Have we got the Microsol out? We do. Here's the Microsol. What do you think to the Corax head? I think it looks really good. We're definitely going to do some hair coming off the back, but I think that looks brilliant. Nice and really angular, thin nose as well, which is perfect for Raven Guard dude. I'll try and sculpt some hair tonight on him. The only thing is I don't know, because the hair, do I need to, because if I have the hair so it falls over the armour, I'm going to have to stick the head on, and then I'm going to have to paint the head. I'm going to have to glue the head on and then paint it on. Is that a good idea? I mean, I can kind of get to everywhere, but I mean, he is sitting a little bit high at the moment, so can I get to everywhere on him? Let's get the light down a bit. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I can get to everything I need to. I just need to remove those two studs, which will come off fine, and then we can just put some creases on the head over there. Yeah, maybe I think I'm gonna have to glue the head in, aren't I? I think I'm gonna have to glue the head in. Fitting expression, yeah. I even like that guy as well. I think that guy's amazing. I think he's just going to look badass. I love how like low in the collar his head is. He's just going to be fantastic. But he's going to have slightly simpler hair. He's just going to have like slicked back black hair. So that'll be a little bit easier. Right. So this one, should I? I need to put some. Need to put a lighter colour highlight on that, don't I think. for that to dry. I think I needed. Do some little touches. Like dints. Stuff around it. There we go. There we go. Right, that should be fine. Then we can put the. So as soon as that's dry, there's just a little bit of a highlight underneath before we put the transfer on top. This guy's awesome. Oh, I'm excited about the Disintegrator Squad now. Why am I so excited about Horus Heresy? It's so weird. I don't get it. I don't understand how I've gone from like pretty much 0 to like 100 on Horus Heresy. It's bizarre. It's literally bizarre. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm loving it, but I don't understand. I do not understand. Right, do we think this badge is going to fit on there? It looks like it will. And if it will, that's perfect. That's really good. Have you got any interest in Horus Heresy Target? You're not tempted by anything? Occasionally tempted a little, but not falling for it. Not falling for it. Not doing it. It's not going to happen. I might put... Oh, I was going to say there might be a space on the backpack for something, but there isn't really. Maybe a Raven Skull on his... Maybe a Raven Skull on his ankle. Maybe a Raven Skull on his ankle. There's my throne list if anybody wants to help out and support stuff. Even though a chunk of my Ultramarines are so old they're Horus Heresy now. Yeah, there you go, you see. All your Mark 7, if you just mix in a little bit of Mark like 3 and 2, paint them as Ultramarines and you'll be fine. Just rock and roll it. Is Calgar in Heresy, or is he a 40k character? Right. Calgary is strictly 40k. Is he now? Is he? Good old Calgary. Good old Calgary, eh? Are you going to get new Calgary? Even Tycho isn't that old. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I suppose. He's like 10,000 years. Yeah, okay, point taken. Right, hopefully... Come on, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Like, if I put this on and I've rushed it and that's not dry, it'll just pull it all up. So we're going to wait. Still haven't painted the 2 Calgar's eye already. Oh, my word. So you need 3 then, right? Like, if they've got, like... You need to get 1 so it's his mate, and then you need 3 so that those 2 have friends. Because, like, if first Calgar gets bored with second Calgar, then he can go to third Calgar. And one of them is metal, the old classic one. The classic one. I'm guessing you don't have first Calgar on the toilet. Okay, right. So let's try this. So we're going to move that onto the paper. Okay. Okay. And then pick this up off the wet palette. Come on, come here. There we go. You ready? This is how you apply transfers, everybody. There we go. Done. So yeah, it does fit. Perfect. Can probably go a little bit higher. We're really careful because we've got that eye in the middle. Be careful to match that up. Oh no, just moved it. There we go. So not too far now. Right, so that's that there. Remove all the water. And then put some microsol over it. And that'll sit and settle. How's that look? Do you like that? With the silver? Silver and the black? Is Calgar on his porcelain throne in that collection? Fits well. Yeah, it does. I'm quite pleased with that. Because I've got loads of these, because I've now got two sheets of the transfers, but I've not had chance to use any of the black ones because all of mine have so far had black shoulder pads, so I've had to use the white ones. So this is really good. So I'll be able to use 4 more on the Disintegrators squad, and then I want to use some more on the Assault Marines, because the Assault Marines are going to have white shoulder pads, and then the Mordethin are going to have, obviously they're going to have these shoulder pads, so they're going to have silver shoulder pads on the Mordethin as well. So they can have black ones on there. Fantastic. Right, I'm absolutely buzzing. Right, so we can wait for that to dry. Those wings being silver, that works. Does that work, or should those wings be black? I think they're all right silver actually. I think they look pretty good silver. So once that's dry, oil wash the whole thing, and then we can go back in and do patina and damage and chipping and highlights and everything. Brilliant. Right, I'm buzzing. Thank you very much, everybody. Hopefully you've all enjoyed that. Hopefully you've all enjoyed that. I think it looks fantastic. I'll do the oil wash off stream once this is dried. I'm going to go make some dinner now. And then I will fit his head. I might do a video fitting his head. We'll see. Because I'm quite tempted to do a video on him. The only thing is that I've already done a lot of this base and plinth and everything, so I didn't record any of that, but never mind. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. Right, thank you very much, everybody. Right, shall we go find out if anybody is around? Let's go see if anybody's on. And I will see you all tomorrow. We'll be ready to be... oh no, I won't see you all tomorrow because I really need to crack on with some commissions tomorrow. I need to smash out some commissions. So we're going to do some of that. Ren is on, but she's not doing Warhammer. Roll is on, Retired is on. Is Cryo on? Because we didn't get to raid Cryo yesterday. No, so let's just raid Rolly then. Alright, have a good one, everybody. Take care, be awesome, and I will see you all in a couple of hours for movie night as well. Mortal Kombat tonight. I'll see you in Discord. See ya.